Carlson Gracie this time, 8-0, and John Lewis, 6-0. They've been matched in the lightweight division, 159 pounds and under. They'll be getting ready to rock here in what is our 7th fight of the night. And of course, we've got championships coming your way from other fights in this way. Well, the Gracie name is magic in this business. Let's take a look at one more of the Gracies, Carlson Gracie.
Meu pai foi o melhor lutador da família e eu vim aqui defender o nome dele.
Extreme Fighting Lightweight Championship of the World bout from Rio de Janeiro and the Gracie family, introducing Carlson Gracie Jr.
Carlson Gracie, as he makes his entrance in here, on his right, Victor Gracie with his hand on his shoulder. Not people don't know much about this guy, but this guy is one of the best. He's a 6-time Brazilian Greco-Roman champion and 10-time Brazilian national champion. The Prince of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, 26 years old, 5'7", 158, so very smart. Gets right to the edge of the division limit, gives himself every chance here. Look at the ears on this boy. You think he's been grappling a long time? Woo! And in the typical Gracie tradition, unfazed by everything. Totally single-minded, purposeful, but not arrogant. That's what years of a reputation will do for you. That's what years of winning, confidence, respect for the art will do for you. Well, he'll be coming in here against John Lewis. Comes off a 1-minute 15-second win in the Creation Games in Hawaii. Got a big road in front of him tonight.
What I think is so great about this type of fighting is that it's the only art, or it's the only kind of sport that really shows different systems together. So you can see what systems really kind of dominate other systems: ground fighting, stand out versus karate versus kickboxing. It's also a real good way to test what you can do as a fighter in general, not just points or with sport, but you can actually see what you're capable of in a real life situation.
And his opponent, entering the ring now, from Las Vegas, Nevada, John Lewis.
So John Lewis, a man with an appreciation of the different forms of the boxing and the martial arts, makes his way in. John Lewis can do it all. He used to be a professional dancer. He can box, he can kick, he's got a body. He's about down at 4% body fat. He weighed in at 159, I think, right on the dot. And somebody who appreciates the value of the tattoos. Let's get the introductions now.
On my right, from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, the Prince of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, the son of Carlson Gracie, with a record undefeated of 8-0, 10-time Brazilian national champion, 6-time Brazilian Greco-Roman champion. He is 26 years old, standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in tonight at 158 pounds, introducing Carlson Gracie Jr. On my left, from Las Vegas, Nevada, coming off a 1-minute 15-second win in the 1995 Pan Creation Games in Hawaii, one of 4 black belts worldwide from master grappler Gene LaBelle. of J-Sec Jiu-Jitsu. He has a record of 6-0. He is 27 years old, standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in tonight at 158 pounds, John Lewis.
So Lewis and Gracie get ready here. Both very similar, 158 pounds. And John, this is our closest matchup in terms of weight in this competition.
This is an amazing match. I might say so myself. But they have to cut that tape down. It's gotten too high on John's hands. Carlson Gracie Sr. complained about it. And when the Gracies complain about something, you know, they don't want to win for the wrong reason. I don't think Lewis wants to win for the wrong reason either.
No, he's cutting some off, taping it up and making it a little strong. It doesn't look like they put an abundance of extra tape there.
He just got a little carried away, and that's fine. He can take the wrists. The wrists are fine.
So he gets the one extra wrap and the handy work done in there by the referee, who has to do a little bit of everything.
Oh, he's a skilled guy, you know.
And we're set for the action now. Lewis and Gracie. Gracie in the maroon trunks and Lewis in the black. And this should be interesting to see how guys at the same weight will perform.
These guys can go. These
And
guys
the leg
can
kicks
go.
are underway.
This is going to go to the ground very, very quickly. Both these guys are very confident on the ground. See John Lewis sidestep there. That was very sweet.
They want to make sure that they can get the right situation on the ground, do it on their terms. And
There's the tackle. John Lewis got up again. That's probably the first time that's happened. Then he rolled him, almost.
Lewis able to neutralize after he was
Lewis has
tackled.
got an extremely good guard. Look at this. And a nice little shot to the face.
And we're seeing some of the quickness you expect from the lighter weights now.
Look at Lewis pound to the head from the guard.
Earlier we saw Tom Granville try to eat from the guard. He could not.
This is a whole
This is
different
a
animal.
better situation here. A much better guard. He's got the control.
Yeah, he's got the control, but, you know, Carlson Gracie, you know, is calming down now. You can see it. But very dangerous to punch the head with an open hand. Lewis trying to keep the guard, keep him away from him. See that?
And he got slapped.
Big right hand. Oh, but he tried to get the mount. Lewis gets away again. Lewis goes down.
We're seeing
This is an amazing fight.
We're seeing our best technical execution of the entire night.
Gracie's on the back where they want to be, and John Lewis just playing the game.
Taunting him.
Look at this. Yes, he is. He's being dominant. Now, don't forget, Carlson's in a dominant position. You know? Carlson looks troubled.
Lewis trying to work on his head. 2 minutes and 28 seconds is our
Oh, nice move around the outside for John Lewis. Let's see what's going to happen here. He's trying to get a knee lock on him. John Lewis, very strong for his size. Pretty amazing counter. John going up and around. See the legs always between them. That's the use of the guard. Carlson knows what he's doing. Big right hand lands from the outside.
And Lewis trying to take away that guard position of Gracie by landing from the outside and showing total respect there. He's up. He does not want to have
John, a big snap to the face. Oh, almost got mounted though. You gotta be very careful now. He's getting suckered in for the game.
Yes. So is Gracie getting Lewis into his game?
Yes, absolutely. He's got to be ready for a double. It's not that John doesn't know what he's doing though. You know, a couple of little elbows or just taps. He doesn't care. Father's talking to him. You see that?
We have our longest
Trying to turn his head.
of the night, as these guys have done a lot here.
Well, he almost went behind him. Be very careful you don't go behind him. See him hold defense?
And we're seeing strategies and counter strategies here.
This
We're
is a
seeing
great
strategies that have been broken.
This is such a great fight. I'm stepping on your words.
We're seeing people that have had to regroup and try different plans of attack, and they know what to do.
Now you see them calming down. They're both regrouping. John Lewis complaining about his mouthpiece. He wanted to throw it away. Oh, you see Carlson trying to go behind John Lewis there.
He tried hard to do that. Lewis did not let it happen. Knew
It was
exactly
very close.
what was going on.
It was very close.
Gracie will try this again and again, and the thought being that one of these times it will work.
It's our longest fight so far.
Yeah, by a minute.
This is a technical fight.
And this is what happens with guys of the same weight, same quickness, identical skills, and both extremely skilled in the moves and counter moves of this profession.
Nice try for the headbutt. John Lewis with 2 little uppercuts. Just trying to stop him from going behind. This is a very technical fight. I wonder what Carlson will make his next move to get behind him.
Is there enough room for him here to do something with Lewis' trap?
He's trying to go under the leg. You see the left leg of Lewis stopping him from rotating around to his right. But that's all he has to beat is that right leg. Lewis is an incredibly strong person.
And he is showing it here.
Oh, nice knee try. Oh, John gets suckered into the right hand. That was a very, very bad move. But he turns and gets straightened out again. But yeah, he got suckered into throwing the punch and he landed it.
It's almost like we started over again here as we approach the 5-minute mark.
Well, this fight's going to go a lot longer than that. This fight will go to overtime probably. Got to be careful of the knees of Carlson Gracie from this position. He was trying to get his wind. You can see he's having a tough time breathing already. Whoa, he tried to make the move again to go behind.
And Lewis utilizing the top of the cage here. It's the first time we've seen
Totally
it.
allowed to do that. Absolutely allowed to do that.
We haven't seen it as a strategy up till now, but there's a guy that knows everything and how to do it here.
Look at the muscularity on Mr. Lewis.
Now is Gracie centering his weight properly here?
Yes, very properly. He's trying to go behind us. He's already got his head behind him. It's only the arm that holds him. He's trying to step on his toes to keep his mount.
Now what is Lewis waiting for here?
No, Lewis is just trying to get his wind and keep position. Now you watch Gracie try to break his toes. John Lewis is going to get tired of doing that. No, there's no problems here. But we have to see the way Carlson, is trying to dig a little hole behind. You're looking at the greatest Brazilian here. John Lewis is doing an amazing job. He's proving himself already.
Well, he's been able to neutralize certain moves by the Gracie up to the 6-minute mark of this contest here.
Sometimes there's just no need to talk. Trying the takedown again.
Well, they're plotting their strategies here, and now Lewis is out. Is he all the way out?
No, he's not. He's in exactly the same position because Carlson wants him in that position.
He's surprised we have seen very little on the ground in this fight.
Yeah, John Lewis has to keep his left hand down because he's going to try to go under his arm.
And a good look at Gracie.
Looks like Lewis is going to start picking it up in a minute. Oh, he's going to go to guard. That would be a big mistake. From the stand up to guard would be a very big mistake from this point. He's watching that head. He throws a couple of right hands in, but he really wants to do something with that head. But he knows if he uses his left hand, Carlson will go behind.
He's trying to pound the back there now.
Oh, big headbutt. And he's just so aware. You see that?
Yes.
Shifts over, doesn't let the head hit him.
Halfway through the scheduled bout. We've reached the milestone as the fighters are trying to get it together here.
Now you hear the Carlson Gracie team talking to him, trying to groin attack. Lewis gonna make a move here. Oh, nice hit.
Shot by Gracie
Great
there.
headbutt. John's nice and calm though. Oh, Carlson is really trying to get behind this boy. He knows he has to get behind him. He can't take his foot off the ground or he'll lose base. that, but just crazy.
Lewis trying to do it from a defensive posture here. Tough way to
Just
fight.
kind of looking at him. He knows where he wants to go. He's keeping the hook on.
He has made it as we approach 9 minutes here.
Nice headbutt. The headbutt seems to be the best tactical weapon for Carlson now. Oh. He's got an arm under. He could get behind now.
Now, if we get to the 5-minute mark, as we start to think about overtime, is Lewis playing for overtime?
Absolutely not. Lewis is trying to stop the progression of Carlson Gracie to behind him.
Well, they're trying to do that here.
See the way he's burrowing under his arm? He wants the back. He needs, big bang on the foot. When you see John Lewis move like that, you know that he knows where he's got to go. Carlson just trying to burrow under. John Lewis, 2 big right hands, one off the ear. That ear's been punched before, that's no problem. John Lewis with a single leg break to hold the man in position, and a nice piece of fence. Now remember, when we get down to 4 minutes, and 51 now, we will go to overtime. They will separate these fighters. We will start again for 5 minutes. This is the World Championship, Battlecade, Extreme Fighting. Carlson Gracie with a move. He's got John's face off the ground. Very dangerous. John tries a cross face lock and reclaims his guard. Tries to break his leg again. Nothing is happening on the toes. Another right hand from John. He wins that time. 4 minutes and 22 seconds. What a terrific strategy fight from 2 amazing athletes. The king of Brazil and probably the king of Las Vegas. He's trying to torque his neck a little bit more. Look at that position. Look at that position. Just so intent on getting behind him.
2 guys in one position, holding it for this long.
And we know all about that. It's hard to hold things, especially heads, especially arms. Dave, I can't explain to you the exhaustion of these guys right now. They are at muscular fatigue levels that you and I don't see.
No, they have really been going at it in basically a grudge match of attrition here. You look at the feet stepping on the toes. Gracie trying to get a different position here as we approach overtime. Now, what is each guy trying to do here?
This hasn't changed the strategy. John working for distraction and position. Carlson Gracie trying to get the back. He is up the fence. The fence is strong. Great move. Tries to make a takedown. Carlson failed on that move.
Somebody had to gamble.
John has to watch his arms now. Carlson is trying to get away. He's trying to break his leg.
Is there enough time still?
Oh, beautiful counter. John Lewis.
Well, Lewis pulling Gracie
Trying to break
closer
the
here.
knee. He's going to throw a left hand, I think.
Some of the most...
Ankle's in jeopardy. Ankle's in jeopardy. He pushes it down. His ankle, his knee is in jeopardy. Oh, John Lewis with a tactical move off the fence. We haven't seen that in extreme fighting. Back again.
The crowd does not like that. They realize that Lewis had a chance for the finish.
No, Carlson was actually working very hard there to finish John. That's why he gave up the fence.
Now, after that, when Lewis took a shot, was trying for it, fans thought he was in a good position. Did not work out for him.
No, it did not.
But 2 minutes to go here now as they wind down.
1:59, you're right. As I glance at the clock, we still have that burrowing Gracie.
Well, this has certainly been the most intriguing and fascinating matchup as far as moves, counter moves, what each guy does to try to negate the other. You get the feeling these guys looked at at films of each other before they went at it because they knew their opponent.
Yeah, I don't think they have actually, but you know, don't forget who we're looking at in here. We're looking at an extreme underdog, John Lewis, against a 10-time Brazilian national champion.
And a match that has developed as advertised.
Beautiful headbutt. Boy, Carlson can use his head, can
He did.
in more ways than one. Carlson is preparing to make a strategy move again. And he doesn't know that there's only 1 minute left, though.
And it's hard to get a sense. People may be screaming at someone in the corner if they had any idea. Hard to get a sense of how much time would be left. And now, but his back is to the people who are telling him there's a minute.
Right. They're speaking Portuguese. John Lewis doesn't know what the hell they're saying.
Well, folks, we have seen some short ones. We've seen some bouts under a minute. And the first fight that exceeded 2 minutes and 28 seconds did so in grandiose fashion as we are flirting with overtime.
Let me tell you something. If this bout goes any more difficult for Carlson Gracie, this will be a huge, huge upset for Gracie Jiu-Jitsu.
Well, overtime a certainty.
We are in overtime.
What are the rules here, John?
Well, we have 5 minutes extra for overtime. These guys have a 1 minute rest period now. That's going to go very fast. I can't see a clock, but I know it's ticking away.
And when you're resting, that clock always seems to go very fast. Would there be any strategy change in overtime? Both guys know that there's only 5 minutes left instead of 15. Do they try to open up more? Or do they settle? Do they stay with their game plan and settle for the draw if they have?
No. Neither of you guys are going to settle for a draw.
So what happens strategy-wise then with the 5 minutes now that they know that the time is almost over?
More aggression. More and more aggression. Dominance of technique.
Would we be apt to see the possibility of gambling a little bit more in overtime? As we've gotten to the 2 minute mark now, approximately a rest period, combatants will gladly take that, and we start the last 5.
There's a little oversight on the timekeeper's part there. He's all wet. Carlson's all wet.
As they go back with 5 minutes to go.
Little kicking demonstration here.
So they go out of here with 4:35 left in overtime. And we believe that first session was about 14 seconds shy of 15 minutes according to the clock. But still, quite a bit of action with these two guys. And now right in front of us, they do the same thing that was going on earlier. Now, John, we've got 4 minutes left. If this thing doesn't end, we have a draw.
Yeah, I'm just watching these guys from the back here, and this is just a horrifying fight. I mean, Carlson, Gracie just trying to get under him. John is just being very strong and stubborn about it.
So if this goes all the way, they settle for a draw. What happens then, John?
They split the purse, and they come back on extreme, fighting too.
They would have a score to settle.
But a draw for the Carlson Gracie team is unprecedented.
We're coming close to that now. again, John, it's worth repeating at times during this long fight what each guy wants to do here. We've talked about it a couple times with 3 minutes to go. Again, what do you think each guy is looking to do here? Who's going to be a
You know, I can't tell. This is such an amazing stalemate, but the Brazilians seem to be just screaming and imploring him to go behind that thing. They're trying to get him to turn, and they're trying to get moved. But John Lewis is trying to get a better strategy and position here. Carlson stomping on the feet again, and Lewis just kind of calm up there. Throwing some nice right hands. Maybe they're taking effect. They're showing a little shake that time.
It is a little surprising to see fighters.
John Lewis isn't hurting the ring anymore. Could be a move for Carlson Gracie.
You know he'll pick up on that immediately.
At
As soon as you said
223
that.
seconds, you know, if he lets go of that ring, which he is now, it could be a big problem for him. Now Carlson is such a great fighter that, you know, he understands exactly where he is all the time.
I'm a little surprised that neither fighter made a radical change from this after realizing that each one effectively was able to neutralize the other, as we have now gone past 18 minutes of this match.
You know, Carlson Gracie is just such a great practitioner here, and he's really pushing on John Lewis, and he's actually dominating the fight.
But with no points and no way to be awarded a victory unless it's the usual route. Gracie is running out of time and is staring at a draw.
And that's it. History has been made. Wow. Carlson Gracie team has stopped. We have a draw.
You have been in this business for a long time. You followed the Gracie family.
I have
How
never.
monstrous is this?
This is the cataclysmic. I mean, the Gracies just can't believe it. These guys represent themselves. These guys represent themselves, you know, in a way that is just amazing.
And the crowd hamming it up for these guys who basically were able to take the strength of the other away to a point at least where we saw endurance. Now, some of these matches in the past, John, an hour and a half, you said, in the Brazilian matches, and this had the look of something that could have gone for quite a long time, even more.
Now you got to look at these two guys, and you got to understand just how amazing they are. You know, I mean, there's Carlson Gracie, you know, telling John Lewis that, you know, hey, come on, you held the ring. But the ring is the ring. It's part of the process. It's part of the environment. Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, you know, shows what it can do.
And you have a draw. We've had a little bit of everything tonight. So the crowd buzz here as we have seen a startling development after many early submissions and some great moves thrown on people. We saw 20 minutes of tactical warfare. It was chess inside of a Battlecade
Oh,
arena.
it was amazing. You know, basically what we saw was Gene LaBelle Judo versus Gracie Jiu-Jitsu.
Wow, I guess they could go at it. You can have a nice rivalry as far as that goes. Well, let's get the final results now.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the lightweight world championship extreme fighting, we have a draw. Carlson Gracie Jr. and John Lewis.
Well, that's your draw there. The first time that's happened tonight, as John said, they will split the purses and come back the next time that we do this.
Won't that be an exciting rematch?
Oh, you know it will, and that's something that could almost be a rivalry. Once one of these draws occurs, you wonder if they go back, who would make the adjustment, what they would do differently, if they would stick with the same style, who's got the mettle to stay with what brought them there. Now, neither of these guys was willing to get out of what they thought was best. They were stubborn to the end. They were very good, and that's why you had your draw.
You know, Carlson Gracie Jr. is an amazing fighter, and he was up against an amazing fighter. And, you know, they proved, you know, that there's tremendous camaraderie at that elite level.
It has to be nice for a matchmaker to put something together, and they have a draw. Well, let's hear more about the Penthouse Girls now from Scott Berlinger.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies
He'll try it
and
again.
gentlemen,
He's there.
please welcome
He's a pro.
Penthouse Centerfold Miss September 1993, Andy Sue Irwin.
Well, as we said earlier, John, a good time to be speechless. Fans love the girls.
Well, lady sitting in the crowd, she's not looking too happy.
Certainly added an element of pageantry here.
My God, she's walking around like she's already won this.
Well, we've got some finals competitions coming up now, too, as fighters who won earlier get the chance to advance. Well, these fighters went to a draw. Let's hear their story now from Mr. T. Go ahead, Mr. T.
All right, thanks, Dave. Look here, Big John. What was your strategy holding on the ropes like that? Could you tell the people?
When I went to the ground, I felt real slippery, and he's very, very good. And he's very good at the legs and stuff, so I started getting slippery, a little bit tired, so I decided to use the ropes for my balance since it was there to use.
Okay, all right, I want to ask, could you ask,
Excuse me.
Gracie Jr., Carlson Jr., his strategy, you know, why he didn't be more active on the ropes with John?
Bom soco. E
He has a good punch, and he was all the time holding the cage. And if it weren't this, it would be a good fight.
Oh, so if he wasn't holding on the cage, it would have been a better fight, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's it, of course.
All right. Okay, could you watch the screen? Tell me what was his strategy there?
tentei usar minha tática de luta, mas ele optou ele não deixou por segurar na grade.
Junior was trying to do his fight technique, which is jiu-jitsu, to put him on the ground, but he didn't allow putting his hand on the cage all the time, holding the cage.
Right. Okay, right. Okay, John, tell us about Carlson, his headbutts going against you, and I know he's a legend, and you had to be careful.
Right. You know, I can see, I feel I'm good sensitivity to feel what's going to come, so I know he's going to do headbutt, so he pulls away every time before he does it. When he's going to do things, I know that. I understand, like when I have him under my arm, he wants to go to my back, so I know I can't just turn crazy, because I know he'll take advantage. I understand what he was trying to do. He was doing very good, and he was very strong. And I couldn't afford to make any mistakes.
Right, but how about the headbutts? Was he taking a toll? I know you hit him in the ribs a lot. Tell us about the headbutts.
Well, if he would have got he got a couple that were good, but overall, I think most of them on the neck. But he feels very strong. I mean, he's very good.
Right, it was the longest fight of the night so far. But tell me, how do that bother the Gracie family, considering this was a draw?
Okay, the heavyweight finals coming up.
Não, porque é um atleta e ele teve que optar pela tática dele. Eu tentei a minha e ele a dele.
Junior said that he's a good athlete, and he tried his technique, and Junior was trying his attack.
Right. Well, it was a good fight, and I'd like to show everybody the good sportsmanship of it. Both guys tried, to draw the longest fight of the night. I'm excited. I know the fans liked it. But do you have anything to say about Brother Gracie here?
Just I respect him. When I came into this, I already know. I mean, I respect his family. I respect Carlson Gracie very, very much. He has an incredible track record of his own fighting. So I didn't take anything with me. I knew already it was going to be very hard.
All right. Hey, I want to say congratulations to both of you guys. Good fight. And we're going to take it back to you, Dave. I enjoyed it.
Okay, Mr. T, we did too. As Mr. T wraps it up there, and we get ready now, John, for that heavyweight final we've been talking about. One